good though?
What's up, bro? Nothing, man. Just fucking glad to be here.
I am too. To another exciting installment.
Yeah. You know what's been on my mind?
What's up?
So apparently the ACLU, which I don't know too much about. I really don't know too much about the ACLU.
I don't know what the fuck that is. Is it in a school?
It's like a coalition, I guess, like a group. To be honest, well, look, I'll look this shit up right now, but
I've never heard of it. I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. I've never known what it is for.
apparently there's like a movement or a proposal by the ACLU because they view the Second Amendment as racist.
What?
And yeah, it's crazy. Look, I got it looked up, but I saw this pretty cool convo. I saw a segment of it, to be fair. I didn't see the whole thing, but it was a pretty cool conversation between Tucker Carlson and Colin Noir.
Colin Noir.
Yeah, Colin Noir. And they were just talking about like how ridiculous it is for the ACLU to come out and say that the Second Amendment is actually racist.
Exactly.
When there's actually very fucked up, it seems fucked up to me, gun control laws seem more racist than the Second Amendment to me.
I mean, I agree. There's a lot of gun laws out there that people could view as racist. Like, why is it that the strictest gun laws are placed on predominantly poor neighborhoods who happen to be black or Latino? I think that's racist. You're letting all these white folk that live in I hate to say this, but
No.
you let all these white folk that live in the nice areas get concealed carry permits as long as they donate to their sheriffs. But a dude that's actually fighting for his life, when he has to worry about gangbangers mugging him, has to worry about gangbangers trying to break and enter his house, you're not giving him the means to defend himself. You're going to take him to jail because he needed to defend himself against intruders and potential murderers. I mean, think about that.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's not something to like attack rural people, like people that live in rural areas.
No, not at all.
Or
this is for the lawmakers, the idiots that make that legislation.
Yeah, because it's not wrong. I know what you mean. Like, it's not wrong for those people to have the right to defend themselves, as they should.
No, yeah, exactly.
But everybody should.
Everybody should.
So some of these like gun control laws do seem like it's fucked up. It's like you're not taking away their rights, but you're attacking.
It's
like their ability to defend themselves.
Yeah, it's like during the Rodney King riots, the rooftop Koreans. What were they doing? They were getting mugged. They were getting robbed. People were going into their shops, fucking up everything. Their whole entire livelihood, their entire life savings were going down the drain because people were going crazy and burning shit to the ground. You know, when it was none of their fault, when they had nothing to do with whatever happened to Rodney King. I think it was the LAPD that fucked them up. What does a convenience store have anything to do with it?
Yeah.
You know, why do they have to fucking suffer their business? So what did? They said, fuck that, we're going to arm ourselves. Any motherfucker that comes, even thinks about throwing a Molotov cocktail or breaking our shit, we're going to light them up. I mean, I think that they're within their right. Wouldn't you do the same if someone was doing that to your place of business or even to your own home?
Exactly.
Just because they wanted to. Like, it's not because, you did something to them. No, it's because they see you and they say, oh, well, you got something that I don't. Too bad, I'm taking it away from you. I'm burning it to the ground. You would be like,
Exactly. No, you're not doing this shit to me.
Yeah. It's a trip.
But look, so I got this fucking little article.
And you haven't gotten your gun yet either,
from Fox News. How do you say his name? Colin?
Coleon.
Oh, yeah. Colin Noir. Blast ACLU for declaring the Second Amendment racist. Disgusting to use racism. Gun control may be racist, but gun rights are not, Colin Noir argued. Attorney and gun rights activist Colin Noir ripped the American Civil Liberties Union for declaring the liberties enshrined in the Second Amendment racist Friday on Tucker Carlson Tonight. Racism is foundational to the Second Amendment and its inclusion in the Bill of Rights, the ACLU claimed in a recent statement. Noir said that history shows that ACLU is both incorrect and disgusting in trying to use the subject of race in an anti-Second Amendment context, given the history of gun rights. I think it's kind of disgusting to try and utilize the racial past in this country to get the very people who probably need a gun the most away from the Second Amendment, Noir added. Host Tucker Carlson referenced as much, noting that the Second Amendment itself empowers such Northerners to take their own guns south and end slavery by force. And then there's a tweet by the ACLU that says, racism is foundational to the Second Amendment and its inclusion in the Bill of Rights. They used the Second Amendment to liberate enslaved Africans. The ACLU claim is just deeply insane, Carlson said. Noir went on to note that while the Second Amendment is not racist, an argument could be made that gun control is. There are concrete facts that show that gun control has a history rooted in racism, he said. We're talking about a country that got its independence via a group of people coming together with their own arms to fight a tyrannical government, and then as a result of that, writing the Second Amendment so that we could continue to protect that country.
It's true.
It's fucking beautiful.
It's just because it's true, you know? Like, people forget, you know, when the Black Panthers went to Capitol Hill, they went in there and they were armed, you know? You can make the argument, what if they weren't? What if they went in there and into the Capitol unarmed? They probably would have gotten smoked, right? There's that possibility.
I don't know they would have gotten smoked, but it's possible.
I'm going for because they were going after the Black Panthers like crazy. They were murdering Black Panthers. They were arresting them on site. They were considering them domestic terrorists. So if they see a group of unarmed Black Panthers go up to the Capitol, I mean,
it's possible that
it's possible. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it would happen, but there's a bigger possibility of them getting lit up, right?
Right.
As opposed to how they went armed. A lot of people were probably said, I don't think we want to get into a gunfight with all these motherfuckers, you know? As long as they don't get out of hand, we'll let them do what they did. And they didn't get out of hand, you know? So it's like, how could you say that's racist? If it was racist, they would have said, nope, all you guys are coming here armed and dangerous. We're going to smoke all you fools. None of you guys have the right to bear arms. But that wasn't the case. You know, it wasn't. Same thing with you and I. I mean, we're responsible gun owners. Well, you need to get your gun. But how is it racist? If it was racist, then it would prevent us from getting a gun, right? Or what do you think?
I don't know how tough it is to get guns
California's tougher.
Around the country. But I've heard about California. I've heard about New York. I hear that New York's basically the worst for trying to have gun rights, for trying to fucking like protect yourself using a gun.
I think they already tried implementing AR-15 confiscation.
That it feels like trying to protect yourself with a gun in New York, it feels like you're just criminalized for believing that you should have self-defense around you.
Yeah. And it's like, how is that right? How is it right? Because I remember when they were making oral arguments for the California assault weapons ban, one of the judges asked former Attorney General Javier Becerra, they were going like, hey, the weapons that you're trying to ban, does this also apply to police officers? And that fool goes, no. He goes, no, this doesn't apply to police officers. So the judge told him, he goes, why not? He goes, they're civilian police. He goes, they're not part of the military. He goes, so why is it that you're letting them do it? And also, why are you letting Hollywood do it, but not everyday citizens that are obeying the law? And if we didn't have anything to say, you know? So it shows you how, hey, so you're basically catering to these fools, but you're not going to cater to the poor people or to the people that really need to defend themselves. Over what? What are you basing this on? Like, it's bullshit, you know? It's fucking trash.
Right.
That you want to try to base it off of some other dumb shit. And people still don't understand that you could put every single gun law there is known to man, a criminal is going to break it. Gun laws only affect law-abiding citizens. Because what are you going to do? You got an AR-15, and if tomorrow they tell you, hey, Jay, well, starting today, the AR-15 is illegal. What are you going to do?
I'd be like, all right, what about all the homeboys that live a couple blocks down that, you know, aren't the best of fucking citizens? You know, the people responsible for fucking drive-bys, for fucking hits, for fucking,
yeah,
you know?
For robbing the fucking neighbor.
Yeah, for intimidating their neighborhood. What about those guys?
Then
You're not going after them, are you?
No, but they're gonna hit you with, oh well, their weapons aren't registered. Your weapon was registered because you want to be a law-abiding citizen, so you registered with the government, so we know you have this.
So basically, what you're telling me, it was my mistake to even fucking try and be a law-abiding citizen.
Exactly.
So you're telling me this without telling me.
Yeah, basically. So then that's the horrible part about it. So like here in California, since they're still doing the assault weapons ban, it's if you want to have your rifle in assault configurations, you have to register it. Okay, you register the gun. Let's say you say, "Ah, fuck that! I don't want to do any of those features. I'd rather just register it so I could have it." You register it. Some asshole decides to say, "Hey, local police officer, Jay actually is a nut, and I saw him shooting at cats with a BB gun." Oh, red flag. Just off of that, doesn't have to. They don't have to provide proof. It could just be word of mouth, and that's enough in the state of California, at least, for some counties, for the police to go to your house and say, "Yeah, we're taking away your registered weapon." Why? Oh, well, because this person said this, that you were doing this and this. I didn't do it. Well, too bad they said it. We're taking it. You don't want to give it up? Well, you're going to jail. Like, how's that right?
That sounds fucking creepy,
like,
man.
you're taking away, you're going by the book to try to say, hey, you know what? I want to prove to the government that I'm a responsible gun owner, and I'll do everything I got to do to make sure I prove it to them. Yet they still fuck you?
Yeah, that's a citizen getting fucked.
That's a citizen getting fucked. Just like Waco.
And I understand that people may feel however they may feel about guns. Should we be allowed to have them? Should people be allowed this certain type of gun, this clip size, capacity, or this fucking type of gun or caliber, whatever? But just one thing that I'm just like, dude, that situation could have been a lot worse. Was when that motherfucker attacked the church. I don't know if it was in the state of Texas or Arizona, but there was people strapped inside the church.
And they smoked him.
And they smoked him.
I think he was only able to fire a couple shots, and he got lit up.
And the guy standing right next to him, I think, had a shotgun.
No, but one of the videos shows some dude, he shoots him in the face with a handgun. The fool walks in with the rifle, and he gets shot in the face with a handgun, dude. It's proof that, hey, if you're a good shot, you're a good shot. You don't need a fucking rifle to smoke people. You could just use a handgun. You'll smoke motherfuckers left and right.
Yeah.
You know? And people forget that sometimes the solution to a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun.
I believe that. That's what that situation tells me.
Yeah.
Most people, I think it's safe to say, went to church. Hey, look, I just want to come here, praise God that I believe in, be around people that believe just like me. We're all trying to cleanse ourselves of sins or whatever, and we're strapped.
Yeah.
This state gives us the right to be strapped.
You know, there's actually a religion, a church that does that.
No, I didn't know that.
I forgot the guy. I fucking forget it. If you could look it up, find it. But the guy's Korean. He's a Korean dude, and his dad started that church. So he ended up separating from that church, but still consider himself part of the church. But basically, every goer there, every person that goes to that church, has a gun on them. They attend church with crowns, dude. Some people have crowns made of bullets, and they're all right there sitting in church, listening to this guy give his sermon with guns. Fool, they're getting strapped. You got old ladies. Yeah, that one.
All right, keep telling me though.
They got old ladies, dude. There was one dude of an older black lady, dude. She looked like the sweetest thing ever, fool, with a fucking crown and a big ass fucking AK in her, fool.
Yeah.
And what she said, she goes, "Oh, God says that we need the iron rod to defend ourselves." And it came out of her words, like she goes, "This is our iron rod." She goes, "Times change.
Yeah.
People don't use iron rods to fight anymore. They use guns. These are our iron rods."
Yeah.
You know?
And it's what I do believe in that. And that's nothing to take away from the people that have lost family members due to gun violence. We understand that you probably look at guns a certain way because, oh, I have a cousin that passed away or whatever. But it's like that horrible thing that might have happened to somebody you know and loved.
Could have been prevented.
And it also shouldn't just fucking snatch the rights of all people across the country.
Dude, guns don't kill people. People kill people.
People with bad intentions and people not doing too well when it comes to mental health.
Yeah, dude. Like that's the thing. Like people don't see that. Like, it's not the gun. You can leave the gun there. We got a gun right fucking there. So far, it hasn't popped off, has it? How many times have we left that fucking gun there? It hasn't popped off, right?
Not that I know of.
I think the only way it's gonna pop off is either you pick it up and fucking pull the trigger, or I pick it up, pull the trigger, right?
Right.
So it's like people have this misconception about guns. It's not even funny. Like people are still under the assumption that we're allowed to have assault weapons, or assault rifles, meaning guns that are fully automatic. We're not. You could get them, but you need a fuck ton of licensing with not just your state, but you also got to do it with the federal government. You also got to register with the ATF to be able to own an automatic weapon.
Even that name, assault weapon, I would think, just based on Call of Duty and stuff like that, something automatic, I wouldn't call it assault because it's more of an ambush weapon.
Yeah.
Because me walking up to you and smacking you in the face is assault.
Yeah. Dude,
I
could get the fucking rock, the fucking skull, throw it at you, and I assaulted you with a weapon. I use this as a weapon.
So I think it was you that was telling me that. See how ambiguous that term is, assault. I could throw a fucking pen at your eyeball, and that's assault.
Yeah.
Whereas automatic weapons, you think of more guerrilla combat. You think of ambushes. It's something that crosses my mind.
No, Vietnam.
So
you'll think Vietnam, motherfuckers jumping out in the jungles
and just fucking letting you fucking, letting the whole fucking the belt unload. So I think
everybody had that.
So I think that's what they should start calling it. How about you guys start trying to, maybe don't let people have ambush weapons, ambush fucking machine guns, but a fucking semi-auto AR-15. I don't know how that's considered assault.
See, that's where I still gotta correct you, because people aren't allowed to have ambush weapons.
No, that's what I said.
Or automatic weapons. They're not allowed to. You need to get special licensing to get that. And it takes a lot of money and a lot of fucking shit to go and be able to say, all right, yeah, here, you're allowed to have you're able to either buy one or you're able to convert one weapon. It doesn't mean that you're able to have all kinds of automatic weapons. No, it just means you're allowed to have one. Oh, you want another rifle, another automatic rifle, an automatic pistol? Okay, well, you got to register that one too. And you got to do a whole different process all over again for that one you want to put. Like, people don't see that. People don't understand that. Like, if people really did their homework, they'll see. Where you're like, holy shit, And I still don't get it as to why, instead of people just educating themselves and doing their homework, they'll see that the mass amount of gun violence happens in low-income neighborhoods, happens with
handguns.
With handguns, exactly. Not a lot happen, or shotguns
and knives.
And aside from that, most of the gun violence is from suicides. We're the only country. I've said this before. We're the only country in the world that counts suicide by gun as gun violence death. If you took out suicide by gun, and then you put in the numbers again, you'll see that we're not number one. People like to say that we're number one in gun violence. We're not. I think we're like 30 something in the world. And like, people just have a horrible misconception about guns and gun rights. It's like, I just wish people would just bother to take their time and actually learn and listen, Like, I feel like they'll learn quite a lot if they decide to do it. Because then they'll say, oh shit, it actually is hard to buy a gun. Well, you actually do got to take certain steps to buy a gun, But a lot of people don't bother. A lot of people just watch the news and they say, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, well, they got to go out there and learn because I've seen a video of a fucking leftist that went to a gun store thinking he was just going to walk out with the fucking gun within like a couple minutes. And sure enough, it was hard. And he was like, what the fuck? This is not what I thought.
Yeah, well, I remember there was a reporter that he tried purchasing a gun. I think it was in North Carolina, where it's like a very gun-free state. So he's going over there, and he's trying to buy a gun. He's trying to say, oh, look, this is how easy that you could get an AR-15. And he's there. I think it's live, and they tell him, oh, you're denied. And he's like, what the fuck? Why? Oh, because it turns out you had a domestic violence case on you. He got denied.
And they burned him that he had a domestic.
Burned him that he beat up his fucking wife back then. For like, really?
He's like, hey, man, shut your trap. We fix things.
Yeah. Like, it's not as easy as you think, But one thing, like, I feel like they probably could work on is being able to the whole mental illness. because if I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, a lot of places they don't. If you haven't been hospitalized, like if you haven't been in a mental institution, it won't come out in your background check. I think, due to that whole doctor-patient confidentiality, I believe it won't come out in your background check that you got mental issues. I think, but if that is the case, then I feel like that's where people should say, hey, nah, how about you guys do give access to your medical records to a certain extent, where they say, hey, well, we're only going to look at your medical records for anything that says that you've been treated for any type of mental illness. Oh, you have? We're sorry, man, but we're not going to be able to give it to you. I feel like something like that could probably pull some of the weeds out, possibly. But other than that, like, that's about it, dude. Because other than that, everything else is strict. Everything else is pretty much like rock solid to do. They check for they check for criminal records, current fucking court cases you got going on, for any other bullshit or any charges you have, as long as they're non-violent. It's a fucking mess. But
obviously, there's things to improve on.
Yeah,
there's
definitely.
things that as a country or as every individual state and jurisdiction can do better.
Yeah, I agree.
To help keep everybody safe and just let people also enjoy their rights as well.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Fuck yeah. Excuse me. Shit.
But yeah, that's fucking hilarious, dude. So there's actually, this is from Vice.com, Vice News. Gun church that worships with AR-15s bought a 40-acre compound in Texas for its patriots.
Wait, they did?
Yeah, this is, when was this? Oh, this was 2 months ago.
What the fuck?
The Rod of Iron Ministries has become more militant since leader Hyung Jin Shan, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Shan Moon, attended the riot at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th.
He was there?
He was there, I guess. A religious sect known for worshiping with AR-15s and its MAGA politics has purchased a sprawling 40-acre compound in central Texas, which it hopes will offer a safe haven for patriots from what they believe is an imminent war brought by the deep state, Vice News has learned. The property, located in the small community of Thornton, 40 miles from Waco, was listed as at just under $1 million. It's been dubbed Liberty Rock by its new owners, the Sanctuary Church, aka Rod of Iron Ministries, led by Pastor Hyung Jin Shan Moon. Members of the congregation often refer to him as King. Yeah, so those dudes just got a fucking compound in Texas.
Fuck. See, best thing, they want to say MAGA culture, and they're probably gonna label them as white supremacists. But bro, that shit. If you look at their video, they're mixed, bro.
Diverse.
They got Asians, whites, Hispanics, blacks. Like, it's mixed like a motherfucker. Like, you got a little bit of everything in there.
Yeah.
Which is, it's kind of cool, and it's a trip, where you're just like, hey, well, these people see eye to eye.
Right.
They see eye to eye.
Yeah.
I just didn't know that motherfucker went to the goddamn riot.
Yeah, well, hey, look, if they got their place in Waco, it kind of tells you he didn't get in trouble. So he probably wasn't doing nothing, like the other idiots.
Yeah, no.
I think what those guys did was just stupid.
Who, in Waco?
No, in January 6th.
Oh, yeah, no, those are fucking idiots.
And now they're going through what they're going through, and it's like, dude.
But I've been seeing some of those guys ain't getting a lot of time. They sentenced one dude that was in there, dude. They sentenced him 6 months.
Well, I mean, that's kind of good. Hopefully he can learn.
I mean, no, it's good for him, but dude,
you don't do
like,
no dumb shit like that.
But dude,
he probably wasn't doing. My bad to cut you off, but he probably wasn't doing like what the other dudes are doing.
Oh, well, who knows? But it's like, what the fuck? Speaking of Capitol, you saw that shit about AOC?
What?
The video that Project Veritas leaked out.
Shout out to Project Veritas.
Shout out to Project. You didn't see it?
I saw a segment of it.
Yeah, I was able to see the 10-minute clip that they had before it got taken down, and she was talking about how she wasn't just scared for her life, that she was scared she was going to be sexually assaulted by the people there.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Actually, now that you mentioned that, I saw a video by Tim Pool. Shout out to Tim Pool. I got something to talk about him right now. I mean, that guy's going through a fucking hit piece on him and shit like that.
Bro, they're fucking dragging his through the mud right now, huh?
Which, hey, sometimes Tim Pool, you're on your bullshit, but, he's a cool guy.
Bro, I think everything would be fine if he ended up taking off his beanie once in a while.
Dude, he could stop.
If people if he let people see his scalp, I think people would be like, all right, I guess he's just an everyday person.
Dude, I think if he were to take off his beanie, bro, that shit would just bring about world peace. Nah, but shout out to Tim Pool, man.
But continue with AOC.
So, I saw a video by Tim Pool where he was breaking down the whole time lapse of all those things that happened on January 6th.
Yeah.
Where he was like, she wasn't even in the fucking like Capitol anywhere.
The building was across the street that she was in.
Not just that, but supposedly, and I may be butchering because I was listening to this while I was at work, while I was doing tasks or whatever. But he was saying like, not only was she not there, she had no fucking reason to know that there was people looking for her. Like how she felt in danger was just beyond his breakdown, you know, because it's like the person that did come shouting like, where is she, wasn't a fucking protester / invader. It was a fucking cop.
That was trying to get her out.
Where's AOC? We need to get her the fuck out of here. But that is the reason why to this day she's still in therapy and all this other crap, where it's like, dude, if that's real, okay, but I don't know. I have my doubts. And a lot of fucking people have their doubts.
I do too. I mean, bro, if you weren't even there to begin with, why are you trying to make it to such a big ass thing like that? Why? I don't get her.
What do you think?
I think she's full of shit. Like, it was fucking hilarious because I guess a reporter from Project Veritas ended up catching her, dude, like coming out of some building or whatever. And he's like, oh, can I take a picture with you? I honestly think it was because she agreed because the dude was black. I think that's why she agreed to take the picture. I feel like if it was anybody else, she would have said nah. But she goes, oh, yeah. So this fool puts his arm around her or whatever. And he goes, oh, my God, I drove an hour. And she goes, oh, you did? He goes, yeah, I drove an hour just to get here because I work for Project Veritas. And she's like, oh. And he goes,
and then her fucking handlers came. And
so he's like, so I want to know if I could ask you some questions. And the handlers came and got on him. And he's like, do you even live in the Bronx? And that's when they show a clip where people are saying that they've never seen her in the Bronx. So it's just like proof that she's bullshitting about that too.
Well, no, that's not proof. That's two people.
Two people.
So it's like, it's not proof, but it is two people.
It is two people.
It is two people saying that.
It's Project Veritas showing it. So far, they've been very credible.
So far, they definitely have.
They haven't had any one of their stories so far where they have to retract it and say, oh, no, we got our information wrong. Like, it's not true.
Yeah, that's true. So, they haven't had to face their own alpaca.
Yeah, they haven't. So that's why I kind of believe them. That's why I believe it with that video.
Yeah. Well, no, like the video is real. Obviously, they have two people there that are like, we don't fucking see her around here.
Yeah.
But for me, I mean, in my opinion, like, to be fair, it is two people.
No, I agree with you.
But shout out to fucking Project Veritas. Shout out to James O'Keefe and his alpaca.
And what's it called? The retraction alpaca.
Yeah. But okay. So Tim Pool, obviously, he's going through that fucking hit piece that people are trying to fucking shit on him. I haven't read it, so I
haven't read it either.
I can't go really into it. I just saw it scrolling on fucking Twitter, so that was it really. But I did catch a segment of a podcast he had today, so shout out to Tim Pool. He had on one of, in my opinion, his most interesting guests.
Okay.
He has a lot of guests. Some of them are real cool. Some of them are just like, not the best, but, respect to everybody.
I like when he had fucking James O'Keefe on there.
Yeah, that one was cool.
That was pretty cool.
So, a big shout out to Lily Tang Williams. Oh my God, dude. Like, one of my fucking favorite guests. She was born, if I was listening correctly, she was born 2 years before Mao's Cultural Revolution in China.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And she was telling all these like amazing stories that she remembers of like how fucking the Cultural Revolution, like, and all that.
Great leap forward.
Yeah, all that shit that happened in China and how people like saw Mao as a fucking god, and how even after his death, that she found herself questioning like, wait, but how could he die if he's like a god to us, or was he human? And that she could even those thoughts she couldn't say them out loud. She would think them to herself because there was like obviously like thought policing, the fucking
still is
the creeps and the red guards and all that, and she knows about all the cameras and how they have that program that's basically going to have like 600 million cameras. So for every 2 citizens, there's going to be 1 camera. She goes, this isn't like those little small traffic light cameras. No. This is we're talking about high tech. Like top of the line,
that fucking put dots on your face and shit,
facial recognition, instantly track you in the fucking algorithms, track you in the database, and it's like, aha, Sickly was talking bad about the President Xi Jinping today.
Well, he didn't say it, but he mouthed it.
Lower his credit score right now. And then she was talking about how even in school they suppressed everybody in order for there to be equity. Meaning it's like whack-a-mole. You weren't allowed to be like to stand out. Like talents were shunned. Individualism was shunned. She goes that she had a classmate when she was young, and she was like, I did really good in one of my classes, and I was so proud of it. And I was like, yeah, I'm good at this or whatever. And then one of her friends told the teacher, one of her friends, and she goes at a very early age that she learned she couldn't trust nobody in that society, in the communist society.
What happened to the fucking rule book?
What,
make neighbor turn on neighbor.
Yeah, standard fucking communist like tactics. And how that little girl went to go tell the teacher, and the teacher fucking like busted her, saying like, oh, you can never ever say that you're good at what you're learning and what what's being taught here.
Really?
Like, you can't stand out. You can't be proud of your work. You can't be like overachiever.
Like this is obviously an easy question to answer for two reasons. One, because you're putting yourself in a communist country, so obviously you're gonna hit me with the obvious answer. But you as a parent, how would you have reacted if you found out about that
over there?
Yeah.
Given the circumstances, bro, there's nothing to tell me that I would have just grabbed my nuts and fucking and beat my chest and rebelled. I feel like given the circumstances that everybody was under, and you see what's going on around, you see everybody's fate. Like, dude, my neighbor tried speaking out, and what happened to him? He got disappeared. And his fucking wife got thrown in probably a labor camp, and his sons got kidnapped, and they're forced to be military. I probably just would have cowered.
Yeah, see, that's the answer I said. Like, that's the obvious answer you're gonna give for because of the circumstances.
Because I'm not in that scenario that you're putting me in. I'm not this person. This person that knows his rights, knows.
No, exactly. You're a person that's being told since you're a kid that, hey, you got no power here. You never will have any power here. So don't even bother trying anything here, because you'll amount to nothing here unless we want you to amount to something.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would do the same. I'm not going to go ahead and say, oh, nah, fuck you.
Right,
you probably wouldn't, but I would beat my chest. No, fuck no.
But in some part of your brain, you're thinking like, but that's not realistic, because look at how they had everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I would just wondering, like, what would your take be on it? Because my take would be the same.
Yeah.
I would just say, shut the fuck up, son, and just keep going.
Right.
Like if my kid told me like, oh, Dad, I was being an overachiever today, and I did the best I could, and I was better than everybody at class, and my teacher talked shit at me and put me down, I'll just be like, well, you better shut the fuck up and listen to him.
Right.
Never speak about this again.
Right, because, again, putting ourselves in that fucking scenario, you'd probably shun your own son and be like, well, why the fuck were you overachieving, dude? Like, what the hell? You're grounded. And we never speak about this. You're not supposed to fucking brag about anything. You know how they are. Oh, my God. And then you go rat out your son. Mao.
Nah,
you won't believe what my son said.
your kid's sleeping in the bed and they wake his ass up with a bucket of water. What the fuck? You want to be an overachiever?
Drag his ass away.
Drag his ass out. And your kid's like crying to you, Papa, they're taking me. That's what you get for being an overachiever, son.
Yeah, and then they just pay you.
They're going to learn you today.
And then they just pay you and you're fucking...
They give you a bag of rice. And you're like, bro, this is the most I would have gotten out of my kid anyway, bro.
Motherfucker was lazy anyway.
Motherfucker was lazy anyway. He overachieved anyway, bro.
But yeah, so again, shout out to Lily Tang Williams. I definitely recommend that podcast on Timcast.
I'll get on it.
I think one more segment about it was she was talking about the Tiananmen Square massacre. How it's
Tankman?
Yeah, it's a known thing. Obviously that.
Wait. Did she bring up Tankman?
I feel like she did. Hold on, let me. Yeah.
She brought up Tankman? Oh my God.
I don't remember she spoke about that thing in detail.
But she at least brought it up, you know?
And she described the overall thing, and she was talking about like how it's a known thing that in China you can't look that up. You're not gonna get web results. You can't, like, here we have the freedom to look into it.
Yeah, Tiananmen Square. You can look it right now.
Tiananmen Square. Well, it's Tiananmen Square massacre, because Tiananmen Square is like the actual location.
Yeah.
But the massacre And she was talking about it, and she got like really emotional because she goes, excuse me. She goes, let me hit this.
Let me hit this shit real quick. Little puff real quick.
Excuse me, everybody. She was talking about the whole Tiananmen Square. Pull me up, yeah. She was talking about the Tiananmen Square and all that, and how the military from Beijing would not fire upon the students there, the college students in Beijing, because they were like, it's not that they knew them personally, but the people spoke up for their students. They're like
able to relate.
Yeah, exactly. Because this is basically our backyard. This is where we patrol. This is what we guard.
Like, we know these motherfuckers.
We know these guys not to be rowdy, how the party's trying to tell us. Like, so obviously we're not going to go against the party, but they probably were acting stupid. Like, what? Oh, we don't know. Like, all of a sudden we don't know how to follow orders or whatever. So that they knew to call in military from outside of Beijing. That they actually called them in from, according to her, they actually called them in from Wuhan. So it's crazy how those places are connected, right? But that's where the military that came in that was willing to fire upon its own fucking citizens, because they knew that the military from Beijing, they were like, nah, man, we don't really want to go against. These are our fucking, we know these guys. They're just college students. They just, I mean, obviously we can't give them what they want. They want democracy and all that crazy bullshit, right?
We can't give it to you, babe. We're not going to fuck with you, you know?
Yeah, but the military from outside of Beijing was like, we'll kill anybody, bro.
We don't even fucking know them.
Yeah.
We're going at him, bitch.
So that's what she was talking about, and just how she got to hear and she learned about all the American dream. And that's when this poor lady was fucking, you know, she was crying because she goes like the American dream. Like once I knew about it, I just fell in love with the idea that, you know, anybody can come to America, and where else in the world are you gonna find the American dream?
Nowhere.
So it should be something that should never be allowed to be, you know, destroyed.
Trampled on.
Yeah, exactly, trampled on. Bro, foreigners understand this. So shout out to the foreigners that grew up in just fucked up situations, came here and saw what we're so lucky to have.
There's so many people out there that are living proof. Look at Franz Ngannou. Motherfucker was working in salt mines, dude, at like fucking 11 years old.
Sand mines.
At 11 years old. Bro. Fucking did the treacherous journey, fool, of having to risk deportation and getting mugged. Because according to him, he got mugged too when he was trying to get to Spain.
Shout out to Francis Ngannou, man. He's fucking scary.
He's a scary motherfucker. But dude, and then what happened? He made it to the U.S. and look at him now, how successful he is in mixed martial arts. He's a good ass fighter.
Fuck yeah.
Where else? What other country would have given him the opportunity? You think fucking where he was, Cameroon, would have given him that opportunity to become a cage fighter? No.
Nah, I don't think they had the scene that
they wouldn't have. Or
America
anywhere
has.
else in Africa that he went to. Anywhere else in Africa, do you think they would have given him that opportunity? Not at all. They would have gotten him, dude. Like, if he went to Uganda, bro, they would have gaffed his ass up, put a chain around his ass, and said, "Hey, well, now you're part of this liberation fucking army that we're gonna overthrow the government." They would have done that, because it's been known throughout Africa. There's so much civil war going on. They stay doing that shit. They find a guy that, hey, you look well built. You're either gonna work for us or you're gonna serve our army, or we're gonna kill you. What do you want? Oh, fuck it, I'll serve the army. Hey, you gotta rape all the women you want, you gotta do all the drugs you want, and you gotta kill as many people as you want. But we won't kill you since you're serving us. You know, a lot of people take that. What other country tells you, hey, you're an immigrant, you're illegal, or you're this and that, but it shows you got a drive, and it shows you're putting in the hard work? Don't trip. We'll give you the opportunity to be something. No other country offers that.
No other country.
No other country.
And I want to send a big shout out to everybody gets a shout out today, man. To Brandon Tatum. He was just doing
Tatum?
this. B Tatum. Big shout out to B Tatum. He was
wait, before you continue, sorry to interrupt you. We do have to give us a shout out to sponsors of our channel.
Sponsors.
So shout out to Goonernator.
Shout out to the Goonernator.
And shout out to our very hardworking guy, Alex.
Shout out to Alex.
He's the one that edits our videos too now. He actually offered to edit our videos now. So thank you very much, Alex, for editing our shit and making our shit look top notch.
Hardest working man there ever was.
Hardest working man there ever was, man. So thank you for sponsoring the video, guys.
The definition of hard work.
The definition of hard work, bro. Bro, put him in China for you'll see what kind of hard work that he fucking does and changes right there, bro.
All day he's just crushing fucking rocks, bro.
All day, bro.
Turning
With his bare hands, he don't even need tools.
He just punches the fucking
He
rocks.
just he taps that. He flicks it, bro.
Turns little rocks into, big rocks into little rocks.
Turns them into pebbles, bro. Bro, and then when he could smooth them out just with his hands. If he just does this, and they're nice and round and smooth.
Yep.
So shout out to you, Alex.
But yep, shout out to the guys. But
But
B
continue.
Tatum, he was talking about this video that Logan Paul released last year, talking about like, oh, you know, you have to be anti-racist or whatever. Which,
That was a joke.
but you know, it's his video, his sentiment, right? But B Tatum was talking about like just breaking down the video and all the things that he feels Logan Paul, you know, got wrong. And at the end, he just says such a beautiful thing where he goes, America is the country that believes in inalienable rights. Meaning, this country was founded on the belief that you have your rights given from God. Which is a little awkward for atheists. Wait, do atheists even have rights? Nah, just kidding.
Hey.
These rights were given by God. A God which you don't believe in. Looks like you don't have a Second Amendment right.
So does that mean I'm expatriated then?
Yeah, that's what that means.
So does that mean I'm not even a citizen of this
You're
bitch?
not even a citizen? Nah, just kidding. But he was talking about like how America is the country that believes in inalienable rights.
Mhm.
Like, you know, your rights were given by God, and they did this because they were like, we have to do this in a way that no fucking bitch ass, no king, you know, because kings like to fucking creep up and then take the crown and
All of
whatever,
them do.
establish themselves, right? So he goes, we have to like establish that these rights are just inalienable, meaning no king, no monarch can come and just be like, mine now, you know, and take rights from the citizens.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
look at what we're doing, or what we did.
We overthrew this motherfucker.
We fucking did literal insurrection, bro.
Yeah, we literally did.
We literally grabbed our fucking guns, cannons, and fought the king.
And the king went to go fuck himself after because he
Exactly.
couldn't beat us.
Yep. And I feel like they were testing George Washington when they offered him to be king.
Wait. Speaking of George Washington, have you seen the fucking movie yet?
No, I haven't seen the fucking movie.
Why the fuck
yet.
haven't you seen the movie
I
yet?
just haven't made time for it. What's it called
fucking-
again? Let everybody-
America the Motion Picture, bro. It is the greatest fucking movie ever made in history, bro.
Who's in it
Rotten
again?
Tomatoes gives it a shitty fucking review, but it's Rotten Tomatoes. No one gives a fuck about him. Fuck him. But bro, Channing Tatum plays George Washington. I forgot Will Arnett. I think he plays Abraham Lincoln. They put Abraham Lincoln and George Washington in the same timeline, bro. And they basically say that it was Abraham Lincoln's idea actually to found America and to fucking do the insurrection against the king and shit. It's fucking hilarious, bro. Then Benedict Arnold comes in. You know who Benedict Arnold is, right?
Yeah.
So he's the dude that basically betrayed the Americans and went on to the British. So yeah, he comes out and he turns out he's a fucking skinwalker and he kills Abraham Lincoln. It's fucking amazing, bro. It's so far out where you're just like, oh my god, I can't believe they're trying to say this is how America was founded. But that's how beautiful, that's how great it is. Where you're just like, I can't get mad about this. I can't. Where you're like, fuck.
Yeah. Now I will watch it though. I'll make time for it.
Make time for it. We can make a review after.
Yeah, it's true.
And that way you can give your honest thoughts about it.
Hey, you know what's an idea I have? We got to go to Arizona again, and we'll do a fucking man on the streets kind of fucking interview where we talk about, hey, what do you think about fucking, you know, the gun rights that you guys have here, and how that, like, there's people that actually want to take them away and stuff. You know, just to get fucking gun owners'
I'm down.
perspective. Yeah, that'd be
I'm
cool.
down.
Man on the streets in Arizona.
We could do one here too. Like, hey, what do you think about gun rights?
Yeah.
Oh, I think they should totally take them away, dude. Oh, you go fuck yourself.
Yeah. But yeah, man, shout out to all those guys and all everybody.
But continue. Like, you were talking about George Washington. Like, how do you think George Washington felt when he was being tested about being king?
No, I'm saying, imagine that was all a test because they offered him to be king. And imagine he would have said yes, they hang him.
They pull out his wooden teeth first, bro, and they hang his ass.
It's a fucking lesson to everybody, bro. We didn't just fight a fucking revolutionary war for us to offer this idiot to be king, and he says yes.
Fuck this fool. That's why we let him have it.
And then they were like, anybody else? Anybody else want to be king?
You're handing a little this here. You're handing a little this. What was that? What was that,
Bring
Steve?
him over.
Come over here, Steve.
Steve Madison, get over here. Fucking powdering his wig.
Powdering his His wig. Oh yeah, right. You yeah, my fucking ass. You're powdering that wig. Hang him. His fucking kids are there. Daddy, no. You want to be next to, bitch?
And he just goes, any fucking body else? Any fucking body else? And then the guy's like, damn, dude.
Oh, fucking A, bro.
But that would have been harsh.
It would have been horrible.
Like, that's how they did fucking George Washington.
Oh, dude. I think we got to take a time real quick to remember the late Biz Markie.
Oh, yeah, man.
You know who Biz Markie is, right?
I know him just for a few songs.
Well,
but shout out to, and you know, rest
Biz
in
Markie.
peace.
He's one of the guys that sings a song that's very fun to me and my girl. Most beautiful song of there, Just a Friend. Best song he ever made. I think it's the only song that I know, by the way.
Bruh.
I fucking figured, bro. A lot of us just fucking, sadly, we just know that guy for one song. But shout out
Sadly, we know him for one song, bro.
well, I can only speak for me.
I know, but that's not like the most coldest shit you've ever said in your life.
It does
bro.
sound cold, but it's not coming from bad intentions.
No, I know, but still, it sounded so cold when you said
Shout out to everybody that
when you
knows
were like,
this.
most of us only know.
Oh, I don't know if I said most.
I think you
If
did.
I said most, then I cannot speak for nobody. I just feel like me and you.
No, yeah, that's true.
But, you know, so there's some people that know his discography and all that stuff. And obviously, rest in peace and, you know, all that.
yeah, I mean, it sucks, bro. It sucks. I'm telling you, Just a Friend, that's me and my girl's song. Baby, I love you. You know what song we're talking about? Well, I just said it, idiot. But yeah, I guess he had a pretty big funeral or a service or whatever. Al Sharpton even did his eulogy. The LL Cool J was there, like all kinds of famous people. The only reason I know this, honestly, is because our underground reporter fucking told me about it. She actually attended the funeral.
Really?
Yeah. Our underground reporter, my girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, she actually attended the funeral and she told me all about it. And I was like, oh shit, nice. So, shout out to our underground reporter. Thank you for all that.
Very cool.
All the insight on that story. So,
Very-
yes,
very
rest in
good
peace,
work.
Biz Markie.
Rest in peace.
Hopefully, you know, you're at peace and, you know, you're good out there on the other side.
Of course.
Hopefully. But speaking on the other side, dude, I went to my grandma's funeral, right? Saturday. I'm sorry, the alcohol already hit me, dude.
No, yeah, it's hitting me too.
Yeah, I went there Saturday, dude, and then the service was good. It was a nice service or whatever, but I kind of got caught at left field because, like, the dude that's I'm gonna say the owner. That's probably not his name, but I'm gonna say the owner of the funeral home. He's like, oh, you know, the service is about to end. Would you want to know, like, if you guys want to spend like an extra, I think it was like an extra couple minutes. He goes, I can let you guys do that, but you know, if you guys can help me move the body into the hearse, which was actually a fucking van. It wasn't a hearse, it was a van. And he goes, and I'll let you guys stay a couple more minutes. So my uncle was like, yeah, cool. So he basically offered us, you know, he said, oh, my nephew and all these other fools are gonna do it or whatever. So I was like, all right, cool. So I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous because I've never carried a fucking casket in my life. So I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. I don't know whether to expect it to be heavy, light. I don't know. So I'm ready to chop it up with my mom, and I told my mom, I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, homegirl." And she's like, "What?" I was like, "I'm telling you right now, if I drop that fucking casket, I'm leaving." She's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm not even gonna pick it up. I'm gone." I was like, "How the fuck am I supposed to look dropping my grandma, her potentially falling out of the goddamn casket? The looks I'm gonna get off of that shit." I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to put me in that casket with her after.
Oh my god.
I was like, I'm bouncing. And my mom's like, I swear to God, if you fucking leave, I'm gonna fucking kill you. But I was nervous, bro. I was nervous, and I was like, all right, fuck it. But shout out to Chessmate. Super cool ass dude. He's the one that's like, don't worry, man. He goes, I've done this before.
Was it heavy?
Nah, it wasn't heavy because it's like, so basically they give you the head end where the head of the body is. The head of the body? Or the body.
Her head,
Yeah. I guess where her head is, I guess that's the heaviest part of the casket. So that's where they put 4 people on there, 2 guys on each side. And then at the feet, or at the foot of the casket, they have 1 guy on each side do it. So a total of 6 dudes doing it. But we were so out of synchronization, it wasn't funny, bro. Like, my sister was telling me, he goes, somebody wasn't picking up their weight on your side. I was like, what do you mean? And she goes, it was kind of lopsided on your side. I was like, fuck. I don't know. Because I did have like I think he's a cousin or an uncle. He wasn't back at me. He was an old fucker. So I was like, maybe he couldn't pick it up. I don't know. I was like, maybe that's why we were lopsided. But at the same time, it was awkward, dude. Like, I was literally like walking out. When I was walking with the casket out, I was literally like hitting the benches too. I mean, aside from the fact that I'm fat, but still, I'm not that fucking fat.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, what the fuck, bro? Like, it was weird. It was a new experience for me. And a little awkward, you know?
I've never carried a hearse, so I don't know if I would drop one.
Yeah, but I was, that's what I was worried about. I was like, dude, if I drop my grandma, fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'll get an Uber. If I have to spend $120 to drive me back to LA, bro, because it was in San Diego, I'm spending that money, bro. But I'm not looking at my family members in the eyes.
Never talk to them again.
Never talk. Like, dude, if this was a casket, like, if I'm right here, like, beep, beep, and it dropped, and it did this, like, if it dropped and it opened, and my grandma's body did, bleep, I would just look down and say, late, and I just bone out.
That's yeah, what man. I understand. I'd probably do the same.
Yeah, but it was a fucking weird experience for me. But I don't know. It was kind of good at the same time.
Rest in peace to your grandma.
Rest in peace to my grandma. She's in a better place. I hope.
I think she is.
No, she definitely is. She was a cool woman, you know. She was a very good woman, very strong woman, and funny as fuck at times too. But I was gonna mention something about China too.
The Folding Man?
Oh, Folding Man! Have you heard about Folding Man?
No, not until you told me about it.
Okay, I only learned about Folding Man today. So there's this, you know those chiropractor videos, like dudes that record themselves doing adjustments on people, like chiropractic and shit like that.
Yeah.
Where they crack your back. Okay, so there's a guy who's actually a doctor in I'm gonna say he's a spine surgeon. That's probably not his title, but he's like a spine surgeon. He specializes in spines. So he does reviews. He looks over like people doing certain type of shit like that, like adjustments or procedures that he sees like overseas, and he gives his knowledge on it. He goes, oh well, this is something I haven't personally been able to do firsthand, or from what I've seen, or from my studies, this and that, shit like that. So he actually put out a video called Folding Man. Dude, it's a guy that's literally, his back, he has some condition that his back is fused. So his spinal column, he basically ended up just folding until, like, literally, I'm not gonna lie, it sounds fucked up to say this, I'll even put a picture up, his face is literally touching his dick. Like, he's like that. He's that folded, and his spine fused. So he can't move up. Like, I think the best he could do is like this is him. The best he could do is just do this to lift his head a little bit, just so he could brush his teeth and spit it out. That's the best he could do. So I guess he was like this for years. I guess this guy was a farm worker, if I'm not mistaken. But somehow the condition ended up developing. He just kept going down, and he ended up getting fused together. And then he was like that for years, bro, years. So since 2018, I believe, or 2019, like, he was already going to specialists in China to try to, like, fix his shit up. And it's only been this year, in March, I think, where they finally were able to straighten him out. So what they did is they broke his back. I think they somehow broke his back and straightened him out to the point where now he could sit up. But he walks on a walker, and he can't walk straight. Like, his legs are like bow-legged a little bit. Like, it's weird. I don't know exactly how they did it, but dude, he's able to fucking walk now. It's a fucking trip.
I found this from the U.S. Sun. Folding man, 46, who lived with deformed spine for 25 years.
Wait, how old was he?
He's 46.
Fuck.
This was last year, by John Rogers, July 17, 2020. Folding man, 46, who lives with deformed spine for 25 years, able to walk again after life-changing surgery. A Chinese farmer who was dubbed the Folding Man due to his crippling condition has walked again after he underwent painful surgery to fix his hunched back. Li Hua, 46, developed ankylosing spondylitis, a rare type of arthritis, when he was aged 19. Damn.
19?
Dang, that sucks. He had been unable to stand up straight, eat or walk properly for more than 25 years because his poor family in rural China could not afford the medical fees. Damn. Socialized healthcare? Nah. Mr. Lee had to rely on his elderly mother Tang Chang to take care of him. In the 10 years before he started surgery, his terrible condition meant he had lived with his face pressed up against his thighs with just 1.86 centimeters between them. Surgeons at the Shenzhen University General Hospital in southern China, so you know that shit is high tech because it's in Shenzhen.
Were they high tech over there?
Crazy motherfucking place, bro.
They're high tech over there?
Crazy as fuck high tech. From a little fucking fishing village to a big ass high tech ass city. Crazy. Surgeons at the Shenzhen University General Hospital in southern China performed a number of surgical procedures from June to December last year to open up his body. Mr. Lee, along with his 71-year-old mother, traveled nearly 500 miles from his village in Jiangsu in China's Hunan province to Shenzhen to get medical help. His doctor, Professor Tao Huren, likened treatment the complex spinal condition as climbing Mount Everest.
What the fuck?
So, dude, the pictures are crazy.
Dude, imagine, dude, you're living 25 years of your life sniffing your own nut.
You can't do nothing about it.
You can't do shit about it. Imagine, bro, you didn't wipe right. You fucking tell. You'd be like, fuck, bro, I didn't wipe right.
You fucking hate yourself all week, huh?
You're going to hate yourself all week until your mom decides to shower you, bro.
That sucks, man.
Just imagine that. Dude, do you think you would actually... This is a fucked up question to ask, but...
Nah, I'll fucking jump off a building.
Do you think he would,
Not condoning suicide.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, do you think he,
Just metaphor or whatever. But
do you think he gave himself the Glock 5000?
Nah. I think you would, though.
Think about it, bro.
I don't think he did.
You don't think he did?
I'm thinking about it, but I don't
couldn't get a girl for 25 years, possibly.
I know, but I don't think he did.
You don't think once in a while... Just bro, imagine you getting... Bro, imagine him getting morning wood, bro. Where you're just like... And then just your dick's like...
Fucking up his nose.
Like, think about it, bro. You gotta worry about your fucking dick being up your nostril every morning. Like, when you're just like, oh, fuck. What are you gonna do, bro? Your dick is literally fucking hitting your lips.
He has arms, though. He has hands.
Yeah, bro. But think about it. Like, your shit's here.
But he has hands.
And then you gotta go to...
I don't think he did.
I don't know.
I'm thinking about it, and
I'm really curious. I call me crazy, but I'm curious to know. Did he ever pleasure himself? I'm not saying orally. It doesn't have to be orally. But think about it. What if he jacked himself up? He probably would just like, oh, my nut. He just moved the neck a little bit and just, oh, fuck, I came on my back. Right?
Probably.
You're not curious about that?
No.
Oh.
But you're right. He probably did. He probably experimented. He goes, hey, I'm not the only one that wants to know how this shit works. He's like, I'm pretty sure people are curious.
People are curious, man. People do it, dude. It's crazy.
Dude, speaking of China, look at this shit. Okay.
What?
This is from Fox News. China has placed millions under lockdown as the nation faces the biggest outbreak of the coronavirus in months. I don't know.
Wait, so they locked down again?
Yeah, this is, I believe this was today. Yeah, August the 2nd, 2021, today.
Oh.
China has placed millions under lockdown as the nation faces the biggest outbreak of the coronavirus in months. And again, you're talking about a country that, since the very beginning of this shit,
said there was no big deal.
Not just that. Well, actually, they've said many things, but we've had our doubts as to how honest they're being about their numbers.
Yeah.
So they're saying that 52 of the 184 new infections detected so far have been linked to the Delta variant. So 184. China has placed millions under lockdown as the nation faces the biggest outbreak of the coronavirus in months due to the more transmissible Delta variant. Initial reports from last week noted that the variant had spread to 15 cities, but that number had risen to 20 cities by Monday. The latest outbreak started July 20 with the variant detected on a plane that arrived at Nanjing Lukao International Airport during a routine cleaning. The infection resulted in 184 new infections since then, of which 52 were linked to the Delta variant, Reuters reported. So, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you though, man. I don't have the fucking evidence to back up what I'm about to say. It's just speculation. A part of me is calling major BS, and a part of me, I just feel like they're saying this shit so that the rest of the world thinks, oh, China's in the same fight as us. Oh, they're going through it as well.
Now they're getting the Delta variant from the U.S.
Yeah, and not just dude. And I wasn't even thinking about it from that point of view of like, now we could blame the U.S. for this.
Well, they could.
It was just more of like their officials could say like, you see,
we're hard timing it too.
We're going through it too. Our economy is gonna take a hit too. You know. Meanwhile, it's the U.S. and over here, our fucking politicians and talking heads are really the ones that are like, another fucking lockdown. Not to say like, you know, I don't know. Look, politics is one thing. Obviously, we could call politicians evil or whatever. I really don't know if that's the root of their intentions, evil, or if it's just influence. Because, you know, obviously politicians, they have to gather or something called counting heads when it's time for re-elections. Like, who's on my side? Fuck, I'm so paranoid with these motherfuckers that were rocking with me last time. Will they're fucking, you know, help me in my campaign this time around too? So, but you see how we have a bureaucracy? Over there they have a I don't know what the fuck it is when it's mono. Not two.
Kleptocracy? No, I don't know.
I really forgot what to call it, but
I don't know. I'm fucking throwing shit out there.
But that's really what it is. And I don't have nothing to back it up with, but I just feel like they went from being super secretive, lying, being
to
like,
now being open.
To now being like what the fuck do they have to gain from having real cases and reporting on them? I think now to me, on this one, again, without any evidence. So obviously, you know, what I'm saying could be...
Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, it can be brushed off to be like, well, you can't back it up.
But it's still not impossible either what you're saying.
I think that they're bullshitting.
Well, I agree.
Just to be like, you see?
Like, we're hard timing it too, guys. We're in this fight with you.
We're in this together.
Full of shit.
When they probably have very few cases and they're just rocking, their economy's just crushing.
Yeah, probably.
Just crushing, just fucking just gaining circulation of money. Everybody spending money with each other.
Hell
it's
yeah.
Crazy, man.
They're fucking everybody over and we don't give a fuck. It's a trip. I mean, I think it is a possibility they're just fucking off. That they're bullshitting, you know? But I feel like we've been on the topic of China for most of the part. Which is good because I still got some China shit to lay on you.
Okay, so this just happens to be a fucking China and CCP episode, guys.
Kinda, not really, because I got a lot of shit I want to bring up.
Educational purposes only.
Educational purposes only. This to educate. Don't worry. But have you been keeping up with the Olympics by any chance?
Fuck no.
No, not at all?
No.
At all?
No.
Not even nothing?
Not even nothing.
Okay.
Shout out to the Olympics, but I'm not watching.
I've been keeping it up with just the medal count. We got more medals in China, but they got more gold medals, which sucks. But they're up on us by like 4. So there's where there's a will, there's a way.
That's right.
But that's not even the part. I was tripping out because there's I think you're the one that showed me the website, the channel. It's called China Uncensored. This guy was talking about how...
Shout out to them.
Shout out to China Censored. This fool was talking about how Taiwan isn't allowed to participate in the Olympics as Taiwan.
What are they?
They compete under Chinese Taipei.
Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, that's what they're called. That's what they're called. So if you see anybody that says Chinese Taipei, they're not Chinese. They're from Taiwan. And then on top of that, they're not allowed to play their national anthem. When they play the anthem, they play the flag anthem.
What's the flag anthem?
It's basically like a neutral anthem that has like no direct correlation with any country out there. So it's basically that, hey, well, this anthem plays when you come up, bitch. China gets their anthem. Korea gets their anthem.
You mean West Taiwan?
Oh, West Taiwan, yeah. So West Taiwan gets their own anthem, but Chinese Taipei doesn't.
You mean Taiwan?
So Taiwan, yeah, Taiwan doesn't get it.
But West Taiwan does?
West Taiwan gets to put West Taiwan is even allowed to have their flag. The red flag with the fucking star, I think, star in the moon. They're allowed to have that. Taiwan isn't. Taiwan actually has a flag that has like the Olympic, I think it's the Olympic logo, if I'm not mistaken. See if you could find it. But it's basically like the Olympic logo, and then it says Chinese Taipei.
What the fuck?
Like they're not even able to carry their fucking flag, bro. Like, how does that give you sense of identity, you know, or sense of pride in your own nation, knowing that the Olympics aren't letting you like fully represent your country, you know?
Dude, and what's up with the Olympics fucking like going for that?
I don't know. That's what I don't get. It trips me out how they're being allowed to do that. Where they could have easily said, nah, fuck you guys, we're not doing this shit. Like, hey, they're a fucking country, so chill the fuck out, West Taiwan. Taiwan is a country. That's the flag.
Dude, what the hell? That is so scummy.
Right? It has nothing to do with Taiwan. Maybe the flower? But dude, like they basically, West Taiwan said, hey, Olympics, we want no fucking trace of Taiwan participating in the Olympics.
What the?
Like, I don't want anybody to look at them and say, oh, that's Taiwan. No, we want them to be like, wait, who are these fools? I mean, kudos to the athletes that are still participating in it. Because I don't think I would. I would have been like, man, fuck you guys. You guys ain't letting me participate under my country flag. Like, no, fuck you guys. I'm not going to do it, you know? But, dude, that is cold-blooded. That's some fucked up shit, right?
That's fucking... To me, that's disrespectful.
Very.
It's sad that that's what they're competing under. And it's weird. I'm raising some fucking eyebrows when I'm looking at the Olympics. Like, wait, the committee...
Yes.
You guys rocked with this?
Yes.
How much financial fucking pressure were you under?
I don't know. And it's like, it's a trip because you know how Russia right now, Russia isn't allowed to compete under their flag because of that whole doping scandal that came out. So Russia right now is competing under the Russian Olympic Committee or Commission. But they're still able to represent Russia. It says it in their name, Russian Olympic Committee. Why can't they have that? Why can't Taiwan have Taiwanese Olympic Commission or Olympic Committee or whatever?
Wait, you know what? To be fair, though, I'm not completely backtracking on everything we just discussed. But to be fair, no, hear me out. Because, dude, what do Taiwanese people call themselves? Like the actual country. I just looked it up. They call themselves the Republic of China.
The ROC, yeah.
Yeah. China, West Taiwan, or China, they call themselves the People's Republic of China.
Yeah.
Communism. So, Chinese Taipei. I don't know what the hell Taipei means, to be honest.
Taipei, I think, is the capital of Taiwan.
But keep in mind,
if I'm not mistaken, I think it's
but keep in mind, there has to be people in the Taiwanese island that say, we're China. We're China, actually. Actually, we're China.
Well, I've heard that over I think it's like over 70% of people there, they don't even consider themselves Chinese anymore. They consider themselves Taiwanese.
Dude, they call themselves Taiwanese.
Yeah, like
because remember we had this talk about Japan. What do they call their country?
Oppon or whatever the fuck.
Nippon or something like
shit,
that.
Whatever.
Right. So it's like, okay, obviously when it comes to the West, how we see the world, we call them Taiwan, Taiwan, Taiwan. But what do they call their island? What do they call their nation? Like, people call us America. We're just America, America. Okay, but some other people refer to it as United States.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is in the name. It's the United States of America.
We call it Land of the Free.
We call it the greatest nation on earth.
Number one. That's what we call it.
We call it number one.
When we say USA.
We call it unfuckable.
We call it USA.
Yeah, that's it.
Freedom land. But that's just what it is. Like, what I'm curious about is, like, what do they want to call themselves? Because if it's the name Chinese Taipei, they're probably going to be like, we're not mad at that because we are the Republic of China. We're the real Republic of China, and Taipei is our capital.
I don't know. I really can't. I really can't disagree with you because I haven't done homework on it to where I could say, oh, well, a lot of people have said no, we're not the Republic of China, or we are. I haven't. All I've seen is fucking supposedly statistics where some people said like 70% of them sort of Taiwanese, not Chinese anymore, and how there are a variety of dialects now that are derived from the traditional Chinese that isn't even spoken in West Taiwan. West Taiwan doesn't even speak traditional Chinese anymore. Actual Taiwan speaks traditional Chinese, but now it's already been derived into different, like, I guess you could say dialects, but not necessarily dialects because it's still kind of the same in a way. So I really don't know. I can't disagree with you on this one, that they do consider themselves or they don't consider themselves Republic of China. But I still think it's fucked up they're not able to represent their flag or even have their national anthem at least. Like, even if, let's say, let's go off of that. Let's go off of the fact that they said, nah, we want to be known as Chinese Taipei. We're cool with that, Wouldn't you still want to rock your flag?
Definitely.
Wouldn't you still want to have your national anthem played?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, in that sense, why is Russia competing without their flag? How come they're still going?
Well, okay.
We'll compete without our flag.
Okay, but then they got the doping scheme.
Did all of them dope?
They got the doping scandal, but the country got fucked. Like, they got banned from competing.
I know, but did all the Russian athletes dope?
I don't know, but the thing is, the committee banned the country. So anybody that's competing under that country, you're fucked. Even if you didn't dope or didn't. So if you did or didn't, too bad, you're fucked because you represent that country. So now what they're doing is, hey, we're going to let Russians compete, but they're not going to compete under Russia. So all these medals aren't going to count for Russia.
Again, but why don't you think the Russian athletes want to bring their flag, their sense of national pride?
Well, but what I'm saying is they can't because of that. Because they're at least for the Olympic Committee, they got that excuse. Hey, well, they're not allowed to do it because I think they weren't allowed to do it for this Olympics. I think the next Olympics that come, they're actually allowed to do it, where they're going to be actually able to play under their flag. So that was the reason. They got banned for the Olympics because of the doping scandal. The country. What about Taiwan? What did they get banned for? They haven't been banned for anything.
They didn't get banned, but it's their situation they got with West Taiwan.
Well, and I mean, I'm calling it a ban because they kind of are banned. They're banned from representing their flag, and they're banned from playing their national anthem. If they chose to have Chinese Taipei, then okay, they wanted Chinese Taipei. But still, they're not allowed to rock their colors or play their music. So I call it a ban.
It is basically a ban.
Yeah. So it's like, what's the reason for that? We already discussed Russia. Russia's because of that, the doping scandal. What about Taiwan? From what I've read up on, I haven't seen anything that said, oh, well, they fucked up. I've seen from West Taiwan how they got caught faking birth certificates for some athletes back then, how they were trying to fake ages, but nothing happened to them either. They didn't get banned. So why is it that they're really fucking with Taiwan? Is it because West Taiwan bitches that much or what? I don't know.
I think that's how much political pool they have.
Probably, yeah. It's a trip.
It's crazy how much fucking influence they have on the world.
It fucking sucks. I mean, I just don't agree with the way they're being treated.
Fuck no, I definitely don't agree with it.
Yeah, it's a trip. Like I really don't think they should have taken that approach. Or at least take it to a vote. Take it to a vote.
I think it's the money. I think Taiwan probably isn't able to match the money supply that China can. They're probably able to, say like, hey, look, you want us to fund it? You know how much we can fund it. But you know what the fuck you have to do.
You know what you got to do.
Exactly.
You got to, hey, these fools are banned now.
You want this yuan? Bitch.
You want, nah, not even that. They're going to be like, hey, bro, I got something better. Don't trip. You want this yuan?
Digital yuan?
You want the digital yuan? Hey, I got it, dawg. Just say what you want. Say it'll be in here like this, bro. It'll be in there. I don't even gotta go to the bank. If I could do it right here from my phone.
They're like, we rule this shit, bro. Look, I just gotta make one fucking text.
Just say it. What you want in there, and it's yours.
But
It's all yos.
you were gonna tell me about Chris Chan.
Oh, Chris Chan. You don't know about Chris Chan?
I don't.
Bro, Chris Chan is by far one of the greatest, I don't want to say entertainers, but one of the greatest pastimes in the early YouTube era. I say pastimes because this guy had, well, his name is Christine now, I think. I don't know how I'm gonna just call him Chris. Fuck it. If people want to bitch at me, go for it. So basically, this dude, he's the creator of a comic book called Sonic Chew. Sonic Chew is a comic that he created that is basically an amalgamation of Sonic the Hedgehog and Pikachu. So it's Sonic's body, but painted yellow with little rosy cheeks like Pikachu. That's basically what it is. And he also created Rosachew. So it's basically another Sonic character with an amalgamation of Pikachu. So at first he was doing that, right? Like he would, on his YouTube channel, he was showing you that, like, oh, this is my comic or whatever. So I think it was like either every month or every week he'll be posting updates or like new chapters on his comic, and he'll share them with people or whatever. But it got to the point where this fool was actually making like pornographic scenes on it, where like literally, dude, like fucking Sonic Chew, you know, getting down and dirty with sometimes Rosa Chew or other characters from his comic, you know, where people were like, what the fuck? But people gave him the attention because of how, like, I guess how passionate he was about his work, which was cool at first. But when it got to that where he just, like, it got heavily pornographic at one time. I don't know if it stayed that way, but for a while it got heavily pornographic to where he wasn't able to upload that shit anymore because of that. So I think he opened a website, if I'm not mistaken, or if it was or he went on a forum where he would just post all his work there, you know. But he kept doing that, kept doing Sonic Chew. He started coming out with merch, like he'll come out with shirts where it'd be a print of his character of Sonic Chew and shit like that. And then he started posting more videos where he got weirder and weirder. He'll be talking about some weird shit, like how he wished his characters were real sometimes. Like, he was really losing it, you know. And then out of nowhere, he started like a kind of like a GoFundMe, asking for money to pay for like medical expenses or something. But he wasn't explaining much. Then out of nowhere, dude, like he went dark. He went off the grid for a while, comes back, and then identifies as transgender. He comes out as Christine Chan, and continues the Sonic Chew, which everybody thought was like that shit was dead, but he continued it, or she continued it. And I guess recently she got busted for, I think the quartering was mentioning it. Shout out to the quartering. I think it must have been must have been incest. I'm not too sure what it was. If you could look it up, please. But all I know is there's a video of her getting pulled out of a Momo, fool. A Momo, and the dude that's reporting on it, kind of, it was like it wasn't an actual reporter, but it was like some dude on the internet. And he goes, oh, Christine, you know, like, is there anything you want to say? You know, you got 3,000 people watching right now. And I guess, I don't know what's up with her or him, because, like, if nothing happened, like, so calm, the demeanor on them was so calm and so collected, where you're just like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know if you're able to find anything.
I am. It says, who is Chris Chan? This is from Newsweek by Emma Mayer this is actually today. So it's internet personality Chris Chan was arrested on a charge of incest on Sunday and was booked in the Henrico County Jail in Virginia. Chris Chan, otherwise known as Mrs. Christine W. Chandler Sinochu, is a webcomic creator, artist, blogger, and YouTuber. According to her Twitter bio, she says, I am Mrs. Christine W. Chandler Sinochu, goddess of the nations of CWCville, and the Commodore consoles, and the creator of Sinochu and Rosechu. She, her. Chan has nearly 60,000 followers on Twitter, posting under the handle CPU Sinochu. According to Chan's Patreon account, she's also known as Christian Christopher, Chris Chan, and so forth among my fan base and many trolls and cyberbullies on the internet since 2000. According to a biography page called Wikitubia,
Wikitubia?
Chan was diagnosed with high-functioning autism when she was young. She attended Piedmont, Virginia Community College in 2000, but was suspended for a year due to soliciting, and managed to get her degree in computer-aided drafting and design in 2006. The 39-year-old's career began in 2004 with the creation of her comic series Sinochu, based around a character she made, which was a cross between Sonic the Hedgehog and Pikachu from Pokemon. She also created the character of Rose Chu, Sinochu's love interest in the series. The Sinochu comics were posted to her website with videos she made about herself and her opinions and views. A website called Encyclopedia Dramatica created a page about Chan in 2007 that mocked her art, personality, and alleged homophobia. Chan made several videos demanding the page be taken down, and even went so far as to draw severely graphic pictures of her with one of her friends sexually to prove she was straight. So, incest though?
I don't know, because incest could be anything. It could be it could be a brother or sister. It could be a cousin. It could be a parent. It could be a son or daughter.
Okay, this is from Insider. Online creator Chris Chan arrested on incest charge after leaked audio alleged she had sex with her mother.
What the fuck?
Stop it. Get some help.
This is by Steven Asark from Insider. Christine Weston Chandler, known as Chris Chan, was arrested to a charge of incest on Sunday. A call leaked that seemed to involve Chandler saying she'd had sex with her mother. Chandler has a long, complicated online history fueled by trolls.
What the fuck?
Dude. That's crazy.
Dude, I trip out how some people are into that.
What, incest?
Dude, there's a subreddit on Reddit where people share their incest experiences?
No way.
Yes. I've tripped out on some of those, dude, where I was just like, some of them are very graphic, where they even talk about like the actual sexual act, but some talk about basically how it started, and it's like, dude, that shit has like 250 plus members. An incest subreddit. I didn't think that was real, and I was like, holy shit. I guess it's a popular thing. I guess it's not that out of the ordinary as some of us think.
Yeah, but can't that lead to like crazy like deformities?
Well, yeah, dude, you're basically crossing the same genes over and over again. You're gonna fucking come out with some birth defect.
It's fucking crazy that people dabble into that.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I've wanted to know, what do you think leads to that? Do you think it's like it's like a how do they say it? Like a traumatic experience that leads you to incest, or is it just like, hormones and you're just sexually attracted to that person that, it makes you act on that?
Maybe there's something to that. Maybe you're just like like how you said hormone and attraction is way higher than the fucking line, the social line of like, wait, that's my sister, or wait, that's my
mom.
brother, or wait, that's my fucking, like, my dad or something, right?
Your dad?
No, like for a girl or her dad, or, or even for a boy.
I meant for you and your dad.
Or for like a boy and his dad. So I don't know. Or for you and your dad or something.
Oh, way to flip it on me,
or
dick.
I don't know. Maybe you got excited about dads.
No. It's because you said it, so I was just like,
wait, how come you didn't go like that when I said sister, brother, mom? It wasn't until I said dad that you looked at me like that.
Because I was like, huh, daddy issues?
That's kind of you internalizing it.
No, don't try to flip it on me, asshole.
Well, I'm just saying, it's crazy. Look, we got the camera there. You didn't flip out when I said brother, sister, mom. Yeah. Until dad.
Oh, you dirty dog. You trying to flip it on me, dog.
No, but to stay on the topic. I don't know what kind of hormone or attraction has to fucking override basically
It's
your social stigma? Be like, that's my dad, that's my mom, brother, sister. We do not mess with that.
no, because it's funny because there's actually a video on Facebook that one of my buddies sent me, and it's literally a kid that's 19 years old. 19 years old that falls in love with his mom, and his mom reciprocates the feelings and is in a relationship with him. Mind you, the mom is not attractive. And she's at least like maybe she looks like she's in her 40s, but she also looks like she used to do a lot of drugs when she was younger. So you know those when you did drugs when you were younger.
Yeah, they look
and then
busted up.
They look busted up. That's how she looks. And the kid, the son, he's not an ugly dude. Where I'm just like, dude, you could make a girl really happy, yet the girl you want to make happy is your mom. And like, she's open about it, dude. Like, no blurred on the face when they're interviewing her. She goes, no, she goes, we were trying to hide it from my daughter for a while, but then she eventually caught us, and I told her straight up, I wouldn't want to be in love with anybody else but my son, and I know he feels the same. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
It's a strange world we live in, guys.
I couldn't, bro, like, how serious they were. Like, even the dude, the kid, like, when they're talking to him, and he goes, yeah, honestly, I have no other feelings like this. Like, the feelings I have for my mom, I never had it with anybody else, so I can honestly say that, I love her more than anything. I was like, holy shit, bro. I was like, something's wrong.
Sums up.
Something's up. Something's wrong. And I'm just like, oh, I don't know. I'm baffled by that, bro. Incest just still baffles the shit out of me. Which, I mean, I can't say I see it as wrong, but then I know when I say this, it sounds like, wait, you into incest? Like, no, I'm not. But how do you explain it?
I can't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you explain? Like, I just wish they could explain it to me. Like, wait, to me, I see it as like, no, it's a no. But I'm still intrigued as to, but why do you say yes? You're not intrigued by that?
I don't know if intrigued is the right word.
I mean,
there's some people that I just have no intention of figuring out. I think incest people is one of them.
incest people is one.
I'm just like, dude, I don't even have the curiosity to fucking.
I'm not even gonna touch this shit with a 10-foot pole.
Nah, I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't understand it. Maybe down the line I'd be like more like, hey, you know what? Let's see what's up with that. Let's have a guest that's into that. Let's see if we could get somebody to fucking explain it to us.
Hey, if you're into incest, let us know.
State the case. Why isn't it weird?
If you're into incest, let us know, please.
Somebody out there. But I think that's a good place to end it.
Somebody out there. I don't know. Yeah, I think it is.
Let us know what you guys think about incest. Let us know what you guys think about, things going on in China. Let us know what you guys think about gun rights. West Taiwan, and what you guys think about gun rights. Do you feel like they should be taken away from people? Do you think people have too many gun liberties?
Your overall opinion. Just give your overall opinion about guns.
Let us know in the comments.
We'll see you next one.
Peace.